The White House has not released the date of Obama's trip or details about Obama's itinerary, but Israel's Channel 10 reported that a visit had been scheduled for March 20th.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Iran, Syria, and the stalled Israeli-Palestinian peace talks will all top the agenda of President Barack Obama's coming visit to Jerusalem.
The president and I spoke about this visit and agreed that we would discuss three main issues: Iran's arms race, Iran's attempt to arm itself with nuclear weapons, the unstable situation in Syria, and its implications for the region's security, as well as that of Israel and the United States, of course, and the efforts to advance the diplomatic process of peace between the Palestinians and us. I welcome President Obama's intention to visit Israel. It is a very important visit that will emphasize the strong alliance between Israel and the United States.
The White House announced last week that Obama plans to visit Israel, the West Bank, and Jordan this spring, and new U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has said he wants to see the Middle East peace process kick-started.
The Middle East peace process kick-started.
Obama will reportedly arrive in Israel on 20 March. This will be his first visit to Israel since 2009. The visit is critical for Netanyahu, whose government relies heavily on good relations with the United States. According to reports in U.S. media, Israel is considering giving the Palestinians partial control of the West Bank and releasing prisoners and freezing settlement construction ahead of Obama's visit.
Israel is considering giving the Palestinians partial control of the West Bank and releasing prisoners and freezing settlement construction ahead of Obama's visit.
Israel is planning to give a special award to President Obama. When the president visits Israel next month, he'll get the award. He'll become the first sitting U.S. president to receive Israel's Presidential Medal of Distinction. It is particularly curious since he snubbed Prime Minister Netanyahu last fall when he was in the United States, and President Obama did not visit the ally during his first term as our president. President Obama's relationship also with Israel has been noted as being chilly. Here's what the honor recognizes. unique and significant contribution to strengthening the state of Israel and security of its citizens. So I guess the question would be, if you're challenging it, is specifically what is the unique and significant contribution that President Obama made to Israel's the security of its citizens?
Well, I would be the first to challenge that.
I receive this honor with deep gratitude and great humility. It's an award that speaks to our highest aspirations. For all the cruelty and hardship of our world, we are not mere prisoners of fate. And yet I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the considerable controversy that your generous decision has generated. In part, this is because I am at the beginning and not the end of my labors on the world stage.
But I'm curious, if you think that you say you would challenge it, whether or not he has done anything significant, a unique and significant contribution in strengthening the state of Israel. I'm curious, why do you think Israel is giving him this award, this organization? Is it because they truly believe that he's the one?
He's the one.
He's the one.
Miss Pittman, her body all worn and withered and bent over, as she would approach the children, she would say to each one, "Are you the one? Are you the one?" Remember how she stood in that doorway and she held that baby in her arms and she said, "Are you the one, Jimmy? Are you the one?" Well, I watched that movie many years ago, but I do believe today I have the answer to Miss Pittman's question. It's a question that the entire nation is asking. Is he the one? Is he the one? South Carolina, I do believe he's the one to bring us the audacity of hope. Barack Obama!
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through, balls to bones.
The Netanyahu administration will reportedly push for Obama to speak at Rabin Square, a symbolic site where Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated in 1995. A Facebook page for the square already had 3,600 likes on Sunday.
1995. Hopes for Mideast peace are dealt a tragic blow as Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin is assassinated. A Jewish extremist fatally shoots Rabin minutes after he speaks at a peace rally in Tel Aviv.
Once again, our top story this evening, the assassination today of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, gunned down at a pro-government rally tonight in Tel Aviv. The 73-year-old Rabin was rushed to a hospital where he died of his wounds a short time later. A young Israeli student linked to a right-wing Israeli extremist group was arrested at the scene. Now, Israeli radio is reporting he has confessed to the killing. The assassin reportedly told police he was acting, quote, on God's order alone, end of quote, and does not regret what he did, according to authorities. The White House says President Clinton will leave Sunday for Israel, where the Prime Minister will be buried in accordance with the Jewish tradition on Monday afternoon. The President and other world leaders, including PLO Chairman Yasser Arafat, have expressed their shock and sadness over this and their hope that the Middle East peace process will continue.
Thank you for bringing us together again in this sacred square.
In this sacred square. In this sacred square.
The sacred square, in his name, to carry on the work of our brother Yitzhak Rabin of blessed memory. Do we have the empathy to see conflicts for more than our own side, to recognize ourselves in others, to see that their aspirations are also our own? Justice and progress, the dignity of all human beings, the simple desire to live in peace and security.
In peace and security. In peace and security.
Do we have the wisdom to see that our destinies are shared, to say publicly what we say privately, that Israelis will not find true security so long as Palestinians are gripped by hopelessness or despair, that Palestinian dreams of statehood will be deferred unless Israelis are assured of their own safety and security? Yes, we will move forward. Yes, we will persevere in the face of long odds and inevitable difficulty. And to all who seek peace, I say tonight, you will always have a partner in the United States of America and in my administration. That's why we've been working aggressively for our clear goal: 2 states living side by side in peace and security.
We believe the borders of Israel and Palestine should be based on the 1967 lines with mutually agreed swaps.